Well, on today's show, we have a special guest, two-time guest now, Miss Anya Lee. She is stepping into the spotlight with her debut EP titled Flatline, dropping July 11th. Her journey is one that started in the aftermath of a miracle, and it's led her to create music that's raw, bold, and full of life. This EP is more than just songs. It's a declaration that it's not over until it's over. 6 tracks, one mission: to breathe hope into broken places. So stick with us as we chat with Anya about her story and what it really means to trust in God through the highs and the lows. Anya, thank you so much for chatting with us again.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, so Anya, what made you want to make this EP?
So, as we were kind of doing some work behind the scenes, preparing for the release of Flatline, it came to my attention that each of the songs that I've released up until now has kind of been a step along the journey. And we thought, wow, okay, so it's one way to look at them individually and say each of these songs has a solid meaning. It's part of my testimony, great. But Flatline is kind of the beginning step of it all. And so when we were realizing that that fit together just so perfectly, we said, well, we need to put that all together. So folks who maybe have only heard one song because they just looked up that one song could join us on the journey from beginning to end, with Flatline taking you all the way through. And it just happened to coincide at the exact time that it was being released. So it was perfect. So that's why we decided to do it this way. And I'm eager to get it out.
Well, Anya, let's start with the title track, the EP, Flatline. Tell us the story behind the song. You know, a lot of people have heard your story, but tell us about the song, the meaning behind it, and what it means to you.
I never know if someone has heard the story or not, and so you've got we've got the Cliff Notes version of it, and we've got the War and Peace. I will not give you the War and Peace, but the Cliff Notes version is that I had a dream. I still do, a goal to hike the Appalachian Trail from tip to tip, and I know I couldn't do it in one go because I don't have the time or the money, but I was going to do what we call section hikes. So you pick sections of the trail and you go on those day hikes, week-long hikes, what have you. And I was gonna hike with a family friend, and we started it, and about day 5, I think, I started to feel more unwell than I ever have, and I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. And my hiking partner decided that she needed to stay on track with her schedule and left. And so I was out there in the woods by myself, and I sat down with my pup, and I died. And 2 wonderful women who happened to pull up to a scenic overlook and see me, came back, found me, grabbed me up, revived me, took me to a hospital, and I was saved. And so I would say within 36 hours of waking up in the hospital, I had what I can only explain as the most voracious hunger I've ever experienced in my life. And God was making it very clear that there were some things that I should have been doing that I hadn't been. I was thinking really small, and I was putting him in a box. And for as long as I can remember, I would settle for, being on the worship team is fantastic. I love singing in church. I love bringing people into a place of worship, but I was thinking small, that was it. Doing Christmas plays, things like that. That's all I need to do, right? I'm serving. So that's enough. And that is not enough. So that hunger, and the Lord really making it clear to me that I needed to use the testimony that He's given me, the trials, the valleys, the high places, all of it, and put it into music to share with people. And that birthed Flatline.
The air is getting colder, feeling all alone. So much on my shoulders, way too far from home. From home. Legs are getting heavy, my heart is feeling weak. Crying out for help, but no one's listening. Can you hear me? Can't catch my breath, this heaviness coming over me. Over my head I feel the shadows beckoning.
All right, so the next track on this EP, Back Again. Let us know the story behind this one.
Now that we have come back from this experience, from this Flatline experience, we wanted to have a little bit of an upbeat kind of a celebration of a party that we are back again. And it's not only a reminder that you've been through something, you've come over the hump, whatever it is, and you're here, but it's also that declaration, that standing on faith that you are back. And I have found that there have been so many times in some very dry periods where I just needed to say it. I just needed to tell myself that I'm good, I'm okay, God's got it, nothing is wasted. And to turn this song on and turn it up and sing at the top of your lungs this declaration is exactly what we were looking for after an experience similar to a Flatline experience.
I know that it's hard to believe what I'm saying, but I'm a child of a king who delights in saving. He pulled me back from the brink, now I'm endless praising. Never down and out again. Thank God I'm here, taking every chance I can. I'm feeling strong, no, I'm not afraid to live. I'm a warrior, I'm victorious, only know how to win. I'm back again.
Well, we got Simple next. Simple is, people do not know, they need to turn on the radios because Simple is on the radios, and we just got some amazing news today. It's blowing up, Anya, and so excited to hear that, to hear this message of Simple. And so tell everybody about Simple.
I am the queen of complicated. I am absolutely the one to make a situation that's just a situation into an Everest situation. I am the one. I love to have, Jacob wouldn't know this, I love to have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C and probably D, just in case, because it doesn't matter how much I plan, something is going to go wrong. And so I love to make things more complicated than they need to be. And sometimes when I'm writing my music, I'm writing it so that when I sing it back, I am telling myself. And I sometimes forget, oh, other people are going to be singing this too. Yeah, they're probably going to need this message. So Simple was the reminder to myself. I make my relationship with God so complicated. I cannot tell you how many times I have just moaned to my dad that, like, I want to do a Bible study every day, but like I don't have the 60 to 90 minutes that I want, that I need, not that I need to like open up all the books and have the time, and then the dog's going crazy, and then and I just don't have enough time. That's so complex. Why did I do that? I don't need a concordance to have time with the Lord, but I tell myself I do. And so I genuinely have the journal pages that I was writing around the time that Simple was birthed. And I was telling, why do I have to make everything so complicated? There aren't any strings attached to what I have in my relationship with God. There are none. He loves me. I need to love him. He wants me to be in his presence. He wants me to have that time with him. He wants to show me all the glories and his majesty. This is what he wants. And I just keep making it so complicated. So I needed a song like Simple as my own reminder. And then I realized that other people would too. And that brought about Simple.
Backwards, it's an all-out fight against the current, but I'm letting go now, into your flow now. You're teaching me to trust in you is always worth it. Oh, I fooling myself, making plans on plans, trying to make it make sense with my own two hands. In the twists and turns, thinking my hard work could define my worth. When will I learn? It's so simple, simple, simple. No strings attached.
along, we've got, I'm going to mess this up because dyslexia, Loyl.
There it is.
Living on Your Love. I'm not dyslexic, but for some reason the L and the O and the Y, it throws me for a loop. But tell us about that one.
LOYL was the first song that I was blessed enough to record, and I enrolled in a course online with Nashville Christian songwriters. And one of the goals of the course was to hone very novice songwriters into some, fairly experienced songwriters, so that we could learn how to capture our thoughts, so that we could tell a story, a solid, cohesive story where a listener could join you at the beginning and still be with you at the end and understand everything that you wanted to express. And so LOL was kind of born in that course. And then afterwards, I had a great relationship with NCS, which developed into a relationship with New Release Today. And we were able to bring that song to the forefront, get it recorded, and get it out there. And I think what was missing in my life at the time, there were a lot of storms. There was a lot of drama that was happening, and I just wanted my own little version of like a God bop. I just wanted to be able to celebrate and sing and remind myself that God's love is bigger, and the idea of something that burns as bright, as hot, as overwhelming as a supernova just really caught me. And so with LOL, with Living on Your Love, that's all we need. That's really all we need. And I know we say it a lot of humans that, love is enough. And quite often it's not with humans because we are fallen, finite, fallible. But with God, so Living on Your Love became that. And I am just so excited that I had the opportunity to start this journey with that song because it has a special place in my heart.
I'm on heavenly fire, filling me up, no shame. Covered in grace, now I'm enough, it's gone. The weight of my chains, now I worship your name. From now on, just no stopping it now. This joy is making me whole. I'm not afraid to get loud. Feels like I'm gonna explode. Burning, just like a supernova. Turning my world around now that I know you. We've only just begun. Your light is brighter than the sun. My dying days are done. I'm living on your love.
Well, You're the One is the next one on the EP. And I really love the intro to this song. Sometimes I'll just play it just to hear the first 10 seconds of it because I don't know who put that together, but I really like that one.
Oh, You're the One it was my favorite. Flatline is now my favorite, but You're the One is that song that I would just fold it up and put it in my pocket and carry it around with me. You're the One is so deep in a place for me. I love it so much. And I have, shared parts of my story before. I was married for almost 10 years and that marriage died, and there was a lot of heartbreak and trauma that was surrounding that situation, and a lot of time to heal from it. And one thing that I was reminded as things were just kind of crashing down and falling apart and feeling like the world was ending and that I was a failure and that I would never be whole again was how the Lord met me on some of those really dark days and one of those really, really low places, and just reminded me that his love was perfect and that he saw me in a lot of ways as exactly where I needed to be, what he wanted me to be. That none of it, not a tear, not a scream, not a time sitting there staring into space was wasted. And You're the One is my version of a love song to him for that. And it's true because he really is the one who longs for me. And I I found myself hiding in that thought, just moving away from the world, cutting myself off from the memories, stopping the what ifs and the questions and the blame game outwardly or inwardly, and just relaxing in the fact that he knew it was coming. He knows what's coming next, and he loves me and he's protected me. He's made me strong enough to go through it. He's made me able to minister to others who are going through it now, and he did that out of a place of love, out of a place of love. So this was my love song to him, and again, it was a declaration that he is definitely the one.
You found me in the dark when I was at my end. You calmed my racing heart before I said amen. There's nothing you won't do, nowhere you won't pursue me. I hear your spirit call, I'm listening to you speak. You're the one who longs for me, longs for me. You're the one who never leaves, no, never ending, ever patient, heart wide open on your sleeve. You're the one who longs for me, oh my Father's love for me. You're the one who longs for me. You're the one, no you won't leave me. You're the one who longs for me, oh my Father's love for me.
All right, well, the last track on the EP, God Made It. Love that it ends with this. I am waiting for a future collab with Kirk Franklin on it. Tell us about the song God Made It.
Yes, huge, super huge shout out to Gregatron. Because we started working on this song, and it was good. It was really good, and we were loving the direction where it was going. And then all of the sudden, Gregatron says, "Do you mind if I?" And when that happens, you just say yes. Because you can. I mean, you can delete things later, but when Gregatron says, "Do you mind?" Yep, and you just stand back and and then things happen. This happened, and when I say that all of our faces hurt from smiling, we were laughing, we were dancing. It was exactly the feeling that I was trying to capture in this song. And the thing about God Made It is bad days will happen. Not might, not more often than not, it'll be a good day. Maybe not, maybe not. And I think it's foolish of us as believers to run around telling people that, God's going to make everything okay and you're going to be all right. And all of these platitudes that we give. And sometimes life just throat punches you, and it could happen on the regular. And I think if we're going to be honest about it, I will say that I have had more than a dozen major surgeries. I have lived through the death of a marriage. I have lived through 3 miscarriages. There are bad days. But any day that we are breathing God's air, that we are able to sweat profusely in this hot heat wave that we've going on, any day that we can pay bills, any day that we can deal with crazy dogs that want to knock over my desk because he does not care what I'm doing. That's a good day because God made it, because we're here. We've got another chance to praise him. We've got another chance to share the word. We've got another chance to give. We've got another chance to achieve more sanctification. We've got another chance to listen to a Kirk Franklin song. We've got another chance to cheer on Gregatron. We've got all of these opportunities in front of us every day, and that's what makes it a good day, not necessarily what happens to us in that day. And that's not a message that I wanted with kind of a mournful tone and something really. No, we're going to turn this up when we're doing my least favorite chore, which is dishes. We're going to crank this up when we're on the side of the road because the car overheated, also fine. But we are going to commit to the fact that it is a good day because God made it. and that brought this song about. And I just really pray that when people hear it, they like the music, that they love our energy, but also that they adopt the same mentality that it just is. We're declaring that it is a good day because God made it.
Got a new song in my heart 'cause he woke me up again.